This octopus is sick! Welcome back to Toy Lips. Today we are taking a look at the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Superwoman, part of the Starro the Conqueror Collect to Build series. Great big window box packaging as usual here, with a nice look at the figure and all of that awesome color. On the side here, Superwoman, Cream Syndicate, slightly smaller window on that side, a little bit on the top, fine print and barcode at the bottom, as well as this great big product shot of Starro. You can see here, 2 other figures in the wave, 2 other pieces to complete our character. Let's dig in. Here's all those same pieces out of the package. Let's take a closer look at the figure. This is Earth 3 Donna Troy, evil Superwoman. She is an Amazonian like Wonder Woman and a member of the villainous crime syndicate. Getting closer to the figure, it's a simple design, but I think there are some nice touches here to help bring it to life. The head and the hair they're nicely sculpted, but the faces aren't always McFarlane's strong suit. It's a bit sharp, a bit intense. Nice detail on the lips. You got an ear showing over here. A couple colors of paint in the hair. That's fantastic. Look at the way that catches the light there, the blue on the black. A lot of skin showing on this figure, so it is really cool that they've added some extra paint. It would be cooler if they could see their way to pinless joints, but what are you going to do? Again, she's just wearing like this simple black dress number, but it is an overlay and it's textured, so that does help it stand out. Nice wrinkles sculpted on the side here too. You know, you can't help but think if it was like a Hasbro toy, they may have just painted this on completely. There wouldn't be a sculpted dress. Not always. Sometimes for sure though. They've painted the bracers here, but it would be cool if that was shinier. You can see that's just kind of like a muddy or whatever. But it matches the piping on the sides and this S logo, which is painted pretty decently. I like that texturing. Standard sort of diaper overlay, softer here. And then they've sort of attached the butt cape to it. Minimal but appropriate amounts of detail on the back of the figure, which is cool. Have these awesome sort of strappy gladiator boots here, sandals, whatever. These are all sculpted and raised too. They're painted pretty cleanly. Maybe a little misfire over here, but they kept going. They didn't give up. More of that extra color of paint too on the flesh tone, which there's a lot of, so that's really cool. Little toenails down here. Sculpt your toes right up, big fat ankle balls, but look at that too, it fits the profile. That is nice. That doesn't look crazy. A couple straps over that would have been awesome, but we have peg holes on the feet, on these wedges. Better be careful. Be careful, girl. So this is a simple design, but I think it looks really clean. The little butterfly cups that are hit and miss, I think they're pretty much hit here. They keep that looking smooth. Same thing on the back. Yeah, not mad at all. Alright, for accessories, it's really just about the Starro Build-A-Figure deal. She doesn't even come with a friggin' lasso. That's kind of a weird glaring omission, that coupled with the trigger, finger, hand, sure. Now she's grabbing the spore, that's nice. That's the highlight. Here, you get another one of the Starro spores. It's the same thing as the one from the Earth 3 Superman figure. But it's a really, really cool accessory. A soft plastic. These Huada little eyeballs socketed into there. Let it go. Sculpted on the inside here. And these go over the characters' chests here. Whichever way that'll fit on, there's no real wrong answer. To show that they are enthralled to the Conqueror. Sporocystian life form. Here's the next piece, though, of Starro himself. This is so cool. The detail on this thing, the little paint washes and detail and all of these suckers in the teeth. Get your thumb out of there. Look at that thing. All of these sockets for the other pieces. Really nice texturing here. It is that softer, slightly plastic. Is that a magnet on there? This is where the piece that we have will attach, but we're not going to put any of it together yet until we get all of these pieces. Standard DC Multiverse style. Comes with a stand. And the collector's card, which anymore they're just pictures of the toys. With the read-up on the back. So, look, nothing character specific. We just needed the one thing. And, I mean, you know what? That doesn't even chat me as much as it should because of all of this awesome Starro stuff. That's really why I'm here. And then I'm going to have this really clean looking rendition of at least 4 of the members of the crime syndicate when it's all said and done. What's not to love? Checking out the articulation on Superwoman. The head is on a ball peg here, and you get a little bit of rocking side to side, but otherwise you don't get any back or forward, any up or down. It's just kind of there. You know what I mean? Whatever they've done there, it doesn't work. You do have these nice butterfly shoulders though. It's just that extra piece there to help conceal the articulation pieces. And I think it's pretty effective, more so on some figures than others. You still have this huge gap here on that hinge. But these shoulders will come up to a T. They'll rotate all the way around. They'll come in a little bit because of that butterfly and back a little bit farther as well. You get this upper bicep cut, but it's way into the sculpt, so it doesn't move that well. I mean, you twist it all the way. Sure, you can twist it all the way around. It's just crazy. It's a little crazy. Double jointed elbow. Really good range on that sucker. Wrist is on a ball. Pretty standard McFarlane stuff here. So it'll rotate any which way on that. Nothing really obstructing it because it's just right out at the end of this. Now the torso, it's just the one point down here. This is a little bit softer, this overlay. That's kind of a neat feature. It's not like it's hollow like the Joker or whatever weird garbage. But this will rotate all the way around, crunches forward a little bit, back a little bit, and some side-to-side motion. You get these hinges here at the thighs. Those will come out pretty far. And back and forward pretty decently as well. It starts to look a little crazy though. This is of course that softer diaper that works to conceal it. It's maybe just a touch large, but it works pretty well here, I think, especially around the leg area. It looks a little more natural than maybe just exposed heavy joints. Just that little extra coverage, I think. Anyway, no thigh cut. You get just the littlest bit of twist on that. Double jointed knees. Come up this far. And then it's just the big ball down here. Bring you forward this far, back this far. It'll rock side to side on that, depending on how you manipulate the ball joint. And then that little bit of toe tick, little toe articulation. No surprises here for a McFarlane. Not too bad. Okay, Donna Troy Superwoman stands about 7 3/8 of an inch tall. Here she is next to her cream syndicate fellow Ultraman, as well as the Rebirth Superman. Both looking bold and barrel-chested. Couple of other tough customers here. We got the main man himself, Lobo, and Grodd. I am a king. Back in the land of basic Bat People pronouns, we have Batgirl and Batman. And Green Lantern and the Flash. Here she is next to NECA Toys, Vernon and the Rat King. They are also 7-inch, but NECA, they got more of like a house scale, you know what I mean? They do whatever they want. Look at these figures, they're fantastic. And next to the recently reviewed Marvel Legends Love and Thunder, Thor and Gore. Both in a 6-inch scale, so they don't really work here. But there's probably weirder things going on here. And finally, for a standard McFarlane Toys 7-inch size comparison, we have the DC Multiverse, First to Burst Action Comics 1000 Batman, and the Mortal Kombat 11 Spawn.
Get the hell out of my way.
So, where are we at the end here? You know, it's not a bad looking figure. It's a really simple design, but the extras that they've added, the texture on the suit, the paint on the legs, on the back like that, I think that's really cool. Aesthetically, the sculpting and whatnot is where these McFarlane toys really shine, and there's not a lot of room on this figure for them to stretch their legs, but they adhered to the simple design, and I think they really did what they could to knock that out of the park without overdoing that. So I am into that. She looks really clean, looks really sharp. Accessories are a mixed bag, just judged on the character itself, it's just trash. Like how I run with the Marvel Legends and whatever, you know, I don't even factor the Build-A-Figure piece. I'm like, what accessories do we have for the character? Did they pack that Build-A-Figure piece in and it's going to take away from what we get? You know what I mean? But here it's like, I'm not even that mad. Sometimes I'll stick Wonder Woman's lasso in her hand, you know. It's the Starro thing, these pieces of the Starro. I hate to be that guy, but it's like, it's absolutely, I mean, it's not always that I'm buying a set just for that Build-A-Figure, you know? So that is cool. That is cool. I know it's like when you're obligated to put one in every wave, sometimes they can feel phoned in, but McFarlane's got the freedom to just sort of pick and choose. It'd be like, add this one, add those figures. At least we're not getting weird out-of-scale Batmobiles anymore, you know what I mean? Hey, if you don't want it, don't buy it. The articulation on this thing, though, is pretty solid. It's a standard McFarlane Jag. The joints that are there work pretty well, and I do enjoy the butterfly cups on the shoulders this go-around. All the double joints, you get a lot of good range out of. The ball, ankles, and wrists are what they are. I think the profile at least looks really good on this one. The termination points are nice. If you're not going to give us upper thigh cuts, though, man, give us some kind of rotation or something there. And this would have been a good candidate for like a calf cut, with the way those straps are on there and everything, I think. But otherwise, you know, middle of the road, above average, nothing outstanding. I'm happy to have it. I didn't pre-order this figure or anything, but the first time that I saw it, I left the store with it. You know what I mean? I'm going to build this Starro the Conqueror. I'm going to have, you know, some of the Crime Syndicate, some of the last rendition of, what was this, like 2018 or something? You know, redesign, revamp slightly. I like the look of them, and I like the way they're coming out in toy form if the other ones match the aesthetic. I mean, they'll look good on the shelf together. And if McFarlane's still holding these down at $20, man, that is great. Sorry, $25. Build-A-Figure piece. You know what I mean? And I like that model. I like that model as well. It's more tangible. You see the extra 5, and that goes to build this. You know, so when it's all said and done, it'll be like $20 that you've spent on the Starro, $20 on the figure, $5 each to get the pieces of the Starfish monster guy. Think about these Page Puncher comics, though. The little ones, they're different comics, okay, but the big ones, aren't they all the same comic? And so you're pitching in an extra $5 for the same copy of the same comic every time, on top of the 20 for the toy? I mean, I see those coming down in price a little bit, maybe, probably. I have no idea. Anyway, guys, you survived all that, man. You're freaking champions. Champions. You guys are my heroes. Thanks for watching this video. Let it run all the way through, man. Set your phone down. Walk out of the room if you got to. It really helps me with the algorithm and all the other stuff. Leave a like, leave a comment. Subscribe to the channel. We are going to build this starfish monster. Thanks, guys.